So first thing I want to touch on is belief. Okay, and just make sure that this is recording. All right. So belief. When I say belief, I'm talking about like what you believe about yourself, what you believe about your world, what you believe about somebody else, and and that are happening now, like what you believe. So what we believe doesn't necessarily have to be based upon our past or based upon what other people say or based upon science, right? Because our subconscious mind is actually unlimited as to what it can do. You know what I mean? It's like it has connections, it has wisdom, it has infinite knowledge, right? So if you can imagine something or if you can conjure up an idea or with words or within your imagination, then and you can keep that idea running in your mind, then your subconscious mind has the ability to bring it as a real life experience that you can now perceive. But the idea, the concept does have to be held in mind through repetition because once when we were growing up, like from the ages of 0 to 7, we um, were instilled, like programmed with certain beliefs, not just one time, but over years. We built beliefs, we built how to just anything was through repetition over time, whether it was a skill, learning how to walk, talk, just culture, what's good, what's right. Any belief system was acquired through repetition, through habitually experiencing it, witnessing it, seeing it, or doing it. So like in like manner, we do have to repeat the information over time through repetition. And the great thing about the subconscious mind is it doesn't compare things between what's actually happening and what you're claiming to be true. It doesn't have the capacity for logic or to analyze things, right? So if you can persistently affirm, visualize, or make an odd suggestion, and you repeatedly send it that information, right? You cannot just be like erratic in your thinking, right? Because the subconscious mind works with the universe, the higher power, and it won't be able to really convert erratic or non-consistent energy. So you do have to be habitual in your thinking. Like if you want something to happen, if you want to evoke a change or a desirable outcome, then you do have to put in the energy, you do have to put in the work, right? Just like when you're building a muscle, you do have to repeatedly go at it, even though you might not see yourself with like a six pack like the next day, but you do know that through your habitual exercising or what you're doing, eventually you will get results, right? The thing is, with when we're doing it this way through like your mentality, you don't know when you will get results, but you know if you stick with it, you will get results. So I really want to say that. And it's also like there's evidence to prove it, like neuroplasticity in the brain. If you start to think new thoughts, imagine new things, and you really take the time and attention to do them in a quiet place, and you give your attention to the particular strain of thought, you will start to build new um, like neuroplasticity, like new neurons will start to connect, and you'll be rewiring your brain, right? So the old thoughts and habitual thoughts that you used to think or would have thought regarding the subject, they don't get the opportunity to form or they unform. So just like when you stop like speaking a language or you stop doing a thing that you used to do a lot, you're not really as good anymore because the brain has sort of like um, it wants to conserve energy, so it'll start to let go of that network uh, and replace it with whatever you're putting you're thinking or doing the most at this time. So that's why if you don't use it, you lose it. So it's kind of like the same type of thing happening, but now we're dealing with concepts, ideas, beliefs, right, that will start to play out themselves, that will influence the greater whole for your good. So you want to keep that in mind when you are trying to evoke a desirable change on yourself or another person. All right, so make sure you keep practicing and doing your whatever method you feel comfortable with, but just stick to it and have a solid belief or foundation about why you're doing this and why it must work so that you can eliminate any doubt or any, naysayers that may come your way and just keep doing what you're doing. All right.